Salute to my extraterrestrial melanoids. You see this sun, right? Oh yeah, beautiful sun. You know what we're really supposed to be doing with that? It's supposed to be sun gazing. It's supposed to be downloading those photons directly from those sun to unlock information within your DNA codons. You know that, right? When the Caucasian said, "Oh, don't look directly in the sun," he was talking about himself because his pigmentation is recessive. He has eukaryotic cells, which is a multicellular microorganism that has multiple other different DNA contaminated within it due to their mating with the monkeys, canines, etc. in the Caucasus Mountains for 2,000 years, from 4686 no from 4086 BC to 2086 BC. Right? So we are supposed to look directly at the sun, but then the sun will show you its true form. The sun is not really shining. The Earth's iron core is highly conducive to electricity. You know, the sunlight is composed of electricity and magnetism. So the iron's core is creating the illusion that the sun is shining, when actually the core is attracting the light to itself. Thus, the sun is permeating through the whole globe, which is any particular time, due to the angle of the sun, to any particular environment due to the angle of the sun. So we're supposed to be looking directly in the sun for any X amount of time. It does not decrease, does not damage our vision, it increases our vision. Our OCA2 genes are still relatively dominant, so we can absorb the energy right into our irises or our retinas and be able to see the fundamental principalities of the atmosphere, aka what all tangible objects are founded upon, which are intangible objects. You'll be able to see the strings in the atmosphere if you look in the sun and you make your eyes used to the sun, make your eyes more used to the sun, from which we were originally already born with divinely. And you'll be able to see the strings in the atmosphere. You'll be able to see the holographic images, which are behind all the physical objects. All these physical objects in our environment are artificial. They don't really exist. The Caucasian has constantly desecrated our fucking environment, our natural environment. He builds roads that were originally over what you would call dirt roads, but they actually were crossroads, in which where our ancient ancestors used to go to the four-way intersection of these crosswords in order to conjure up certain deities to influence their life, or to influence the will for the better or for worse, whatever they were doing. And then in order to conjure up these entities, you had to bring certain items that the spirit liked. It could be incenses, it could be even liquor. Because liquor is really a spirit. When you drink, you don't really get intoxicated. When you drink, you're letting another spirit temporarily possess your body. That's why you act different ways when you drink different liquors, because different spirits are inhabiting these different liquids. It's just spirit in a liquid state. Solid, liquid, gases, what every composition is founded upon. Those three states, which depends on the angle of the sun. Okay? Even nighttime. Nighttime is the sun is not out at nighttime. The sun is just condensed. All right, that's why that's the best time to meditate, because that's when the sun has condensed all of the colors of the rainbow, aka the sun's 7 chakras, because our 7 chakras correspond to the 7 chakras within the sun. So once the sun is in what you will call dark matter, what you will call nighttime, which really is cosmic melanin, once the sun fully condenses, it becomes melanin. Melanin is not a color, it's just full completion of genetic information, full completion of cosmological information. It's the full spectrum of light condensation is melanin. It's not a color. All right. It's the highest state of existence, melanin, which we are individual expressions of melanin. Each shade has, we got the brown shade originally, the black shade, and the yellow shade. Well, they're really germs. Yeah, the black germ, the brown germ, the yellow germ. Each germ has 16 shades. So 16 brown, 16 yellow, 16 black. And if you add them up, they'll equal to the amount of vertebrae in your spine. 1 plus 6 is 7. 1 plus 6 is 7. 1 plus 6 is another 7. You got the 7 plus 7 plus 7. What's 16 plus 16 plus 16? That's 48. 4 plus 8 is 12. Remember the original 21. Don't forget that 21. 20 plus 12 is what? 33. You got 33 vertebrae. That's what that corresponds to. All right. So these are the original complexions that a black person is able to have, which would mean you were still 100% melanated, but your pigmentation would be within one of these three, depending on the angle of sunlight and the quantity of sunlight you're getting every day. So yeah, the sun is our God. Every fictitious deity that you worship is based on the sun. Jesus, the J wasn't even created till about the 1600s. So Jesus is a relatively new name. Jesus really comes from gases, because in Hebrew the J and a G are interchangeable, along with the E and the A. Those are interchangeable letters. So Jesus is really gaseous. Gases. That's where they got it from, because Jesus is the sun. The sun is a big ball of electromagnetic gas, basically. Okay. So yeah, we got to get back to being one with the sun. Jesus is just Horus. Horus and Zeus put together as Jesus in Latin. Jesus and Jesus in English. That's all it is. Esau, with the Islamic motherfuckers worship, it's the same shit. And they gave the Hebrews Yeshua. Like, it's the same shit. They get the Christians Jesus. It's all the same shit. They're all plagiarizing the abilities, the capabilities of the sun. When they say the sun walks on water, when the sun has to travel in order to expand to the third chakra, which is the solar plexus, which is your light being self. The sun every day is trying to show you how you're supposed to get back to. When you bounce these 7 chakras, your light being self takes over your melanated vessel. You will glow in replication of the sun. All right. So yeah, we got to get back to our ancient divine history, man. It's the only way we gonna overcome this occultic gas matrix. Get your sunlight in, man. It's very important, whether you believe it or not. At first, when you look directly in the sun, okay, your eyes might be strained because you haven't been taught to look at the sun all your fucking life. But if you do it with your peripheral first and slowly bring it into your cranial, and then you'll eventually be able to get these codons downloaded. It'll increase your vision. It'll increase the efficiency of your thoughts, the quality of your thoughts, everything. It affects everything. The sun sustains all life on the planet. So it's the only thing you should be meditating to. When they say Jesus walked on water, that's symbolic to the sun every day, coming from 93 million miles away. It walks through the water in the atmosphere, because it's water above the firmament, within the earth, and under the firmament. So in order to get here, the sun walks through the atmospheric water in the atmosphere. So it's walking through the water, basically literally on the water. That's where he got Jesus walking on water from. Also, if you ever been to the beach and you watch the sunrise from early morning time, it'll appear if the sun is walking on water before it gets to the point in the sky where it's going to be. That's where that comes from. When they say Jesus got crucified, that's only symbolic to on December 22nd, when the sun is about to enter the next equinox, the spring equinox. It crucifies itself on the 22nd because it's in the furthest point in the southern sky. When it crucifies itself, it's damn near non-existent to most of the planet. That's why they deem that a crucifixion of itself. On the 25th is when it rises again and it extends the days. Okay, it's going to be out longer now. Thus, it being about to go into a next equinox, and then it resurrects itself. That's what that means. That's all that means. It's nothing to do with any physical being on the planet. No physical being, Jesus, and none of that. None of those beings ever walked the planet. They were always talking about the sun. The 12 disciples, 12 zodiac signs that the sun goes through in this cycle, in this 25,920 year cycle. All right, on a yearly astrological scale, I'm talking about. Monthly astrology is just to distract you from real astrology, which is the cosmos, the yearly astrology. Everybody's individual physical characteristics are slightly based on your monthly zodiac signs, but your soul's characteristics, what is the real you, your subconscious you, is based on the yearly astrology, which we're in the year of Pisces right now. We're in the age of Pisces, which each zodiac age is 2,160 years. So we'll be entering the Aquarius age in less than 20 years. So once that happens, logic and information within melanoids or the melanoids on the planet will be raised. So people will start waking up even more. All right, so we're all Pisces on a etheric platform. We're all Pisces on a astrology scale. That's all that really matters. None of this fictitious, only third dimensional existence shit. Nah, that's false ideology, Caucasian feeding your mind in order to distort your previous understanding of yourself. So you're supposed to look at this every day, anytime it's out, look directly at it. That's how you talk to the Creator. Your prayers are not answered by you physically think you speaking to the Creator. You are speaking a low frequency language. We speak the alphabet. Alpha, that's founded upon alpha beta. Alpha beta are the two of the lower states of the brain. You got the delta state of your brain, which is your subconscious while you sleep. You got the theta state of the brain, which is your conscious. You got the alpha state of your brain, which is like your everyday struggles in life. We got to go to work. We got to go to school. Got to take care of your kids. Got to take care of your husband. That's the alpha state of the brain. The beta state of the brain is when you can't sustain all these everyday struggles. So you might have lost your job. You can't pay. You might be behind on rent this month. You fell into school, or if your kid is not living up to par in accordance to how a child is supposed to be developing, something like that. That would be your beta state of the brain. And you got the gamma state of the brain, which is your extreme fear, extreme anger, as if maybe if you've seen a lion just walking in your backyard, you'll be in a gamma state of your brain because you'll be extremely fearful. Or somebody held a gun to your head and told you to run everything. That would be the gamma state of the brain. We're supposed to be operating in a delta and theta state. A delta wave communication will be telepathy, in which you send electromagnetic, quantumatic wavelengths to each other's pineal gland, and you'll be able to send like almost electromagnetic text messages with highly detailed imagery and color distinction. That the color distinction is based on your 7 chakras, or based on the colors you send, you will represent that certain feeling or that certain energetic expression. But yeah, the alpha beta will be this English language we're speaking. Look at the word English. Anything is ish, that means you're not fully feeling that, or it's incomplete, or it's fragmented. And ENG is the prefix for engine. So ENG really means a continuous rotation or distribution of energy. So you are distributing your energy, aka you are communicating with other people off of ish. Ish is something that's not completed. It's not even completely there. So that's what the English language is doing, keep you in the language time trap. So you will never be able to speak the Coptic language or speak the telepathic language that we once spoke, which was in direct synchronization with our ancestors and spirit guides and cosmological celestial bodies. So yeah, the universe responds to your electromagnetic signals you send whenever you think anything. It's nothing to do with your prayers. Your prayers are hindering even more. That's why a lot of people they'll take 3 steps forward in life and take 5 steps back, because the universe is responding to your electromagnetic energy. At the same time, you praying to deities like Jesus or whoever you pray to, and those are code words for demonic ass deities. Jesus is code word for Lucifer. God is code word for a dog. A dog isn't necessarily demonic, but the anagram for God is dog. So you say God, you worship in the backside, you worship in the ass, the fecal compartment of a dog, the tail of a dog. Whenever you say God, that's who you symbolically worshiping. All right. And reason why we are reptiles, we have reptilian, dinosaur, extraterrestrial DNA. The first part of your brain is called what? The first layer of your brain is called the reptilian part of your brain, which regulates your physiological composition. That's why we have shedding skin when we first come out the womb, because we have reptilian DNA. What do chameleons do? They constantly change in form. That's what babies do. They're changing in form to be in their natural state that they're going to be for the majority of their life. We got spaced out hands like dinosaurs, webbed hands like dinosaurs. Boom. Some people have extremely long tongues or can twist and twirl their tongues like a reptilian, like a reptile. Okay? And extraterrestrial codons obviously can, because we were genetically engineered by extraterrestrial gods, all right, who were direct descendants of the Creator for a specific reason that I'm not going to get into right now. Make this video too long, but let's just get back to our divine common customs, yo. I'm gonna drill this in y'all head till we actually get it. So our time is bleak. Time is running out. Caucasians been ruling for too long. Only we gotta first overthrow them with our minds first. Then it'll transmute into our physical and our emotional states. All right. See y'all later.